It is Sunday, 24th of August, and tomorrow on Monday, 25th of August, I'm going to attempt a 10k word day. I'm currently working on a vampire romance novel that I am on draft 3 of. It's very fun, it's very cute, and I love it. I'm currently towards the second half of Act 2. I'm about like 2-3 chapters into Act 2 Part 2, so just after the midpoint shift. But to try and like get the ball rolling with, I guess, my publishing career and my writing goals, I'm trying to finish it by the end of 75 Hard, which means, in case you don't know, that I'm writing every day for 75 days. I started it August 1st and it's now August 24th. So about 23, 24 days in. And I've probably written maybe, I want to say nearly 20k, a bit under 20k. I'm kind of like on target because I'm trying to write like 1,000 words a day, but I am falling a bit behind, and I know I'm going to fall even more behind over the next 2 weeks, mainly because I have a job interview coming up the week afterwards. I have a hen party, like bachelorette party, this weekend from Friday to Sunday. I also have my 9 to 5, and I'm going on holiday in September, so I'll fall even more behind then. So I think doing a 10k word day is just a good idea. Also, the main reason I'm doing the 10k word day is just because I want to. I love a 10k word day. I think that's so much fun. I love the feeling I get when I succeed. Not saying I will succeed, but if I do, the feeling will be amazing. And I love the thrill. I love the challenge. I love having like an entire day that I set aside just for writing, because I have to set the entire day for writing, because otherwise I'm not going to write 10k. Whereas if you set like a smaller goal, like 3k or 5k, you can kind of get away with doing other stuff, which means it's not a true immersive writing experience. I want the true immersive writing experience, so we're doing a 10k word day. I have got my notebook in front of me, and in here I have written my plans for the day, my, I guess, tactics for like hitting the word count goal that I want to. I've decided I want to like spend the first bit of tomorrow morning kind of like doing a bit of a warm up. So rather than doing these like short burst, high intensity writing sprints, I want to do like long, what I'm calling cozy writing sprints. So maybe if I put on like a video of people being productive for an hour or writing for an hour, and I just kind of like quietly write alongside them, that's what I would consider to be like a cozy writing sprint. I'm not setting any like word count goals. I'm just writing and seeing what's going to happen. That will hopefully like get me in the flow, get me in the writing mood, and give me like a nice little bit of a warm up, and get more familiar with my story in preparation for the short burst writing sprints that we're going to do later on. Afterwards, we're going to start doing what I'm calling write or die sprints. Now, I used to use write or die so much, specifically back in the day when I used to do like loads of like NaNoWriMos, like Camp NaNoWriMo, the actual NaNoWriMo in November. My like key, I suppose, to success was using write or die when I was drafting. So write or die, in case you don't know, is like this, I guess, software or this website where you put in your word count goal for the writing sprint, the writing session. You put in how long you want to write for, and then you can put in, I guess, the intensity you want for the write or die session, so how difficult you want the session to be. And by difficulty, what I mean is that if you stop writing, the write or die software will start deleting the words that you've already written. So basically, you won't be punished for not writing. I think a slightly easier version means it won't delete your words. It will just like play these like horrible screeching loud sounds. The screen will like flash red, and it'll be like write again, basically. So yes, that is write or die. And once your words are deleted, there is no getting them back. I have lost words from write or die. But long story short, it is really good at getting you writing fast. I have designed a slightly more, I guess, like time specific timetable than that. So I've got a 6 a.m. wake up. 6:45 a.m. is my first cozy writing sprint session, which will end at 8:45 after 2 hours. Then I'm going to give myself like a bit of a 30-minute like shorter break, and at 9:15 is when I'll start my write or die sprints. Write or die will end at 12:15, so after 3 hours, and by this point I'm hoping to have reached 6k words. If I haven't reached 6k words, then I'll keep writing until whenever, but assuming I do, my break will start at 12:15 and end at 2:15. 2:15 is cozy sprints round 2, and then after 1 hour at 3:15 p.m. is when I'll start my like final stretch, my final writing sprints to try and hit my 10k words. And I suspect that will take me maybe like I don't know, 2.5, maybe 2 hours on a good day. And then at 5:45 p.m. is when I should end and hit my 10K word count goal. I've started early in the day, 6 a.m., for two reasons. Firstly, because I might have plans tomorrow evening, which would kind of be useful because that would mean that I'd have like an event that I need to finish 10K words before. So it might motivate me to write faster in a way. And also because if I start early, that means that I have a bit more buffer time if I'm feeling burnt out, if I need more breaks, whatever. So I don't end up writing until 3 o'clock in the morning, hopefully, like I sometimes do with my 10K word days. But that is everything. I've done some shopping, so I have my food all prepared for tomorrow. And other than that, I have nothing more to say. So I'll see you guys in the morning. I am so tired and I can't talk in my normal voice because people are still asleep. But it is 6:40, so we have 5 minutes till my first cozy sprint starts. So I guess I'll sit down at my desk and see what happens. I don't know if I will do much writing, but we can hope.
I wrote exactly 1,000 words. Not gonna lie, I did go slightly over the 1 hour timer. I went probably like 10 seconds because I noticed the time was finishing and I was like, oh, wouldn't it suck if I got like 995 or something? So I did go slightly over. But yeah, I wrote exactly 1,000 words, which was way more than I was expecting. I thought I'd get like 500 or something, maybe 600 if it went well, but yeah, I did 1,000. I think I actually prefer these like longer, kind of like cozy writing sprints because I find with like 25-minute ones or 15 minutes or 30 minutes, you just don't really get into the zone as much as you can with the 1 hour. Like I felt really immersed in my book just then, so it's really enjoyable and I loved it. I'm so tired though. I thought my tiredness would go by now because it's 7:45, 7:50 now. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I literally forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I'm really tired. So I'm gonna make myself a little matcha, I think, because I don't want to go in with the coffee just yet because I think drinking coffee when you're tired kind of makes you, at least for me, it makes me more tired. So I'll make a matcha, get a bit of caffeine in, and then I'll go into the second sprint. I actually forgot to say in the last clip that I finished chapter 19. That was amazing. So I added 1,000 words to that, and now I'm going to start chapter 20, which could be a blessing or a curse depending on how much I've outlined.
The sun is absolutely blinding me. I might close my curtain slightly. Okay, now I'm slightly in the shadows, but that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so I did my second writing sprint. We are about 15 minutes. No, we're about 45 minutes behind target. I think all the miniature little breaks to like make matcha, go to the toilet, whatever, do add up. So things are moving a bit slower, but that's fine. I wrote 906 words in that sprint, so I'm happy with that. I'm also feeling slightly less tired, which is good because I was worried. I just have like, when you're tired and you feel like there's a massive like fog or like cotton wool around your head. I was worried that wouldn't go away, but it seems to have gone away. I am kind of hungry though, and it's only 9:30, so I might quickly pop to the shops, grab a snack, because I think I'll be more productive if I take some time now to like grab something to eat and then come back to write. So I think that is my plan of action. So it's been a few hours, it's now 1:30, and things have taken a slightly unexpected turn. So as I said, I went to the shop, got myself a sandwich, got myself some milk for, my coffees, my teas, whatever to get me throughout the day. And that was cute and it was a nice little break. Then I came back ready to get started with my write or die sprints. Only write or die doesn't exist anymore. And it hasn't existed for like over a year. So clearly I haven't been using it much for a while, which is true. Because last time I remember using it, I think was for 2022 NaNoWriMo when I did a 10k word day for that project. I haven't used it in nearly 3 years. So the fact that I only just found out it doesn't exist isn't that surprising, but still it has scuppered my plans. So I've done 4 25-minute writing sprints, and for none of them have I used Write or Die or any platform. I basically just did like shorter versions of the cozy sprints, so me just writing without putting crazy amounts of pressure on myself. And I did get a decent amount of work done, but nowhere near to the extent that I wanted to. So basically, before I started the sprints, I was at 1,906 words for the day. So that was for the 2 cozy sprints I did this morning. And then after that, I did my third sprint for 25 minutes and I got 719 words. I also started chapter 21, which was nice, I guess. But not quite what I wanted for 25 minutes. I would have preferred that to be closer to 1,000 words. Sprint 4, another 25 minutes. That was an awful sprint. I wrote 238 words, so very far off what I wanted. Sprint 5 was 807, and then sprint 6, I went on for an extra 15 minutes because I just wanted to get to the end of chapter 21, and for that I wrote 1,018, which brought my word count up to 67,751. And I think around 4,700-ish words for the day. So for me to go on my 2-hour break, I need to write another 1,250 words, which is doable, not ideal because it's 1:30 and I'm starting to get a bit hungry. I think I'm going to do maybe a 45-minute writing sprint, see what I get written, and as long as I'm over 5,500, I'll let myself go on my break. And I'll try and figure out a write or die replacement because I do have plans this evening, which means I do need to hit my 10k word count goal by 6 p.m. if possible. So we shall see what happens, but it's not looking amazing. It's not looking awful, but it's not looking amazing. Because from past experience, I really need write or die to get me through the last couple hours of the day. I wrote 1,198 words. So yeah, I'm done with that. I'm just gonna have some lunch now because I'm almost at 6,000 words. I'm basically 100 words away, so. I am back from my break and also my first writing sprint after my break, so that's fun. So yeah, it's been a couple hours. It's quite late. It's 6:20. So according to my timetable, I should be done with the day by now. I am not done with the day, and I won't be for another couple hours, I do not think. I'm going to try and do some intense writing sprints, but backtracking a little bit. So during my break, I literally just made lunch, watched some TV, read for a bit, and then just came back to writing. So nothing crazy. But one thing I did notice is, considering the fact that I'm way past the halfway point, well, way past, and I was like 6,000 words, I really wasn't feeling that burnt out, which I was quite surprised by, because in the past when I've done 10k word days, I remember reaching 5k and feeling like I cannot do anymore. Like, that's it, it's me done. My energy has been spent for the day and I am finished. But I'm not feeling that today. Like, I'm feeling tired, but I've still got more to give. It's weird. I'm not burnt out basically. So that's really interesting. And I do think that could be because I'm not using write or die. I think in the past, whenever I used write or die, it was such an intense, like, exhausting 25, 30 minutes where it was like my fingers were moving faster than I even thought humanly possible. My brain was going a million miles a minute because you can't stop writing, you can't stop to think. You have to just put words on the page and hope that they're okay, because if you do stop writing, your words will get deleted, or you'll hear like crazy noises. And it's great in situations where you need to get words on the page, but it definitely does burn you out creatively. So I do think the reason why I'm feeling okay despite writing a lot of words, like as of right now, I'm at 7,100 and something. I think the reason why I can be at that word count right now and not feel completely depleted is because I've been doing like cozy writing sprints. So yeah, it's interesting. I learned a lot about myself today in terms of writing, but I still got about like 2,000, I think like 850 words to go. And I do not know when I will be meeting my friend, but I don't want to like leave it too late. So I want to get these 10k words banged out as soon as possible. So I am tempted to do some like manic sprints, but we'll see. I'll do one more 1 hour of cozy, see what my word count is, and then I might do like short burst sprints where I'm going to try and hit like specific word count in each one of them. So maybe do like 15 minutes where my goal is 500 words, or 10 minutes where my goal is 300. So that's what I'm going to do. So my plans have been cancelled, which may sound like a good thing because it means I have more time to write. However, it's actually a bad thing because it means that I no longer have like a fire under me, like making me write really quickly. So the second I found out my plans were cancelled, which was pretty much like 2 seconds after my last clip, I just lost all motivation to write whatsoever. So it's now 8:40, and I think I've written maybe like 250 words since I last updated you. This is when I really could have used write or die, is like right now. Yeah. I have to finish soon because I have to go to bed by a certain point. I am at my desk. I'm literally just watching really old vlogs rather than watching Write With Me's. So I guess that's the first thing that's going to have to change to stop distracting myself. Yeah, we're going to have to do what I said earlier, which was doing micro sprints and setting like insane word count goals and just powering words out. So yeah, I don't have much choice. I don't have Write or Die, the software, anymore. So I'm going to have to create my own version of Write or Die somehow by just putting insane amounts of pressure on myself to write within a short space of time. I think we should start with 15 minutes and maybe do like a 250. No, let's do a bit more than that. Let's do a 300 word count goal. And that alone will be more than what I've written in the last 2 hours. So will be better than nothing. The first sprint went well. That's how many words I wrote. So 481, which I think was like 181 more than I was planning on. So I'm just going to continue this and update you when I hit the big milestones like 8k, 9k, so on. I did a 20-minute sprint and I got 690 words, which means we're now over 8k. We're at 8366, which means I've got a little bit over 1500 to go. So I reckon I could probably do that in like 3 sprints, maybe 2 if I'm really, really on it. I am now at 72,250 words, which means I only have to write like 813 to hit my 10k word goal. And we started a new chapter. We are on chapter 24, which is crazy. I started the day on chapter 19, so to me, That's insane. But I want to stop talking, and just write because I am so tired. I don't have many words left and I need to put them all in the book. Also, I'm so sorry I keep moving this when I'm talking. I think it's because I'm really exhausted. I think we should do 30 minutes for the last sprint, so I'll move this now. There we go. I'm just going to set myself a goal of doing everything in 30 minutes. I think this chapter should be fine with that. So yeah, everything 30 minutes. In 30 minutes time, I'll be done with 10k word day, which will be about 10:30, which is good for bedtime. And I'm not going to play anything on my monitor to avoid distracting myself with videos, music, whatever. I am done. I actually didn't realize I was done until like 100 words later. I just kind of like was writing and then I looked up, saw my word count and was like, oh, I'm done. And I can't talk, so this is the end of today's vlog. It is, if you're curious. I don't know what time it is. I checked, it's 10:19, so I finished 10 minutes earlier than I thought I would. I don't know how. But I'm done, and I will speak to you at some point soon.